everyone, welcome to another live tutorial of how to learn PowerPoint as an artistic medium. My name is Danielle and I'm the face of daniellescozycorner.com, a nonprofit raising monies for the library and recovery community. I invite you to please grab your computer and together let us dive into today's tutorial. As always, I ask that if you see any patterns or pictures you want for yourself, please make note of the names and numbers of that correspond for the images that you fancy. I kindly ask a $10 donation to a community fundraiser of your choice found on my fundraiser webpage. When you get into the donations form in the message section, please indicate which patterns or picture numbers that you would like. And don't forget to download a copy of your tax receipt for your accounting purposes. Also, FYI, donations are processed through a striped account for your security and mine, as well as tax purposes. And please sit back and enjoy the show. Hey, everybody. I'm just trying to see here. Oh. Sorry. Okay. What I was thinking about doing today is putting together something nice for our Valentine. It's coming up on Valentine's Day so soon. So that's why I'm showing you my presentation named Hearts. And let me show you what we did here. Okay, so if any of you were with me yesterday, we talked about animations, and all these little tabs indicate that there are animations on that specific image. But let's first insert a blank slide and let's make some images. So since we're going with the Valentine theme today, and insert, oh my goodness, shapes. Let's do hearts. Okay, so let's layer some hearts. I'm going to show you another way that you can do that if you don't want to go through the entire process of inserting an image repeatedly. I'm just going to do a Control C and a Control V, and that will paste this heart. Okay, but I got ahead of myself. I'm not quite, well, maybe I am ready. Okay, so I'm going to line them up. They're the exact same image. Right there, I would say, is a good lineup. Okay, so if you highlight the top heart, which it will be highlighted, and do a shift down arrow, left arrow. Did you see? Let's change the color. So I'm going to go to design, net background. Let's do the inside one. That's the outside. See this outside square with these points on it. Go around and they'll find that furthermost edge, and that's where they will make their square. See? Finding that point right there. Let's do, oh, look at all the pinks I have in here. Cool. Okay. Oh, I like that one. Not big on the color blue, so I'm gonna highlight the back, the furthest one back. Well, there's only two, so we'll do a gray. Okay, so I'm going to do Control C, Control V, and then change this frontmost picture to a purple. You don't have, I guess it's up to you. I'm going to line them up, showing that it's, perfect. Duplicate. So shift, down arrow, left arrow. If you want to make them bigger, you hold the shift up arrow, right arrow, puts you back to where you started off. Okay, but I want to layer, have like a layered look. So I'm going to do that down and over. Let's do this one. I like orange. Okay, and then do, or you could do right click, copy them. The clipboard is paste, shift down to the left, and wait. This is actually, let's change this color. Let's see for a second. I want to line up my hearts. Sometimes it wants to fight you. I want them to all meet right here in this little V. I want them to touch there. I think that looks kind of fun. You can do this however you want. If you want it to touch on the bottom part here, you don't want it to touch at all, it's totally whatever you want to do. So let's do a right mouse click, get another copy. And we're going to use that one, shift, down arrow, left arrow. Put that there. Okay. I'm going to do a Control C, Control V. This time I'm not going to use the shift key. I'm just going to grab the edge of the image and resize it the old-fashioned way. The only downfall to that, I would say, is that the image doesn't stay as uniform as if you do shift down and left for making it smaller. So I don't want that image anymore, and I'm just going to undo it. I moved it a few times. Okay, there we go. Now that is the exact replica. I'm going to do the shift down arrow and left. And make them up right there in the V. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can see all the lines coming together. Alright, let's Control C, Control V. Line it up, shift down, left. Oops, I didn't hit the down. Okay, there we go. Ooh, I grabbed the wrong image. Let's just kind of show you that's easy to happen, but just simply undoing, put it back in its place. Okay, and let's choose a new color and more colors. If you want to make this big, you can do that. I do like it big sometimes. The image, this is the current color. This is what we're going to change the new color to. And we were in the pink theme, so let's, oh, that's a pretty one. Okay, and it applied it. And it doesn't match any of the other colors. I like to keep my colors at least noticeably different. It's just easier to look at that way, I think. Right? You don't have to line it up. That's just something that I'm doing right now, because I'm going to have to move it again after I resize it. So shift down, left. Let's center that right there. Look, you can kind of see that the down and left shifts are getting a little bit smaller each time. If you can see that. Let's do more colors and standard, the wheel. Let's see, it might be kind of similar. Nope, I think that'll work. So Control C, V gives you a copy. Control C is the copy, Control V is the paste. Shift down, left, arrows. That's pretty similar, I would say. How about that one? Pale pink. That one works. Okay. You could continue going, and you could even make these even smaller so you see more detail. But I'm going to do a duplicate of the slide, and on this slide, I'm going to practice the morph. So I'm going to make each of these its own individual heart. They don't have to be matching. I just am looking for about this size. And look at how close that is, but it's hard. Got a tall one. So lost him behind that red heart. Do you see how the pictures, there's always one in front of the other one or behind another one, and you can change that. If I want this gray one to be at the front, to bring to front, it'll be on top of all the other images. If I send it to the back, it will be at the very back. So if you have many images and you want it overlapping, say you want this pink behind the gray, but you want this orange in front of the gray. Alright, so to do that, if I highlight this, send it back, and then this guy, okay. Now, let's see. You can just layer your images however you want, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now because I am going to play with the morph transition to start with anyways. Okay. Whoa, that was actually really cool. Didn't see that one coming. Preview. So transition is essentially this slide transitioning into this slide. This slide into this slide. This slide into this slide. So it's kind of like that in-between space. So transitions are one to the next. Animations are what an image can do while it's on the slide. And then once the animations play, then it'll transition to the next slide. And so on and so forth. Alright. Let's kind of put this in an organized, nicely to view, pleasantly pleasing visuals. And it just all depends on how you want it. As you move them around, you see the red, like ruler, highlighter rulers, and it's just matching. It's found that bottom part of the heart, and you can tell because it highlights with the heart, highlights with here. I want, oh, and with this edge, I bring it up here, yep, it's even to the top, but it's no longer even to the bottom. And so on and so forth. So it gives you an idea. It's kind of really nice making sure that everything is on point and exactly where I want them. Okay, so this one I want right in the middle, so I want it in the crosshair. See, that line goes all the way across. It means it's in the very middle. Would that be horizontal line? Oh, There it is. Crosshairs all the way up, all the way down, right in the middle. Okay. That's pretty good. It's still on the morph because that is the one I chose for it. I'm gonna leave this slide here. I like that. Cage. I'm going to zoom out. Everything's going to get smaller. This gray area around the white screen is like off camera. You could think of it that way. So I can move everything off camera. And although nothing will be, let's go this way with that one. Or this one started up here, see? Right up there. And I like it to go opposite. And this one, where did this one start? Okay. Started over here, I think, so we'll make him go over here. And you can fly out there. Oops. Doesn't take, just do it again. Sometimes if you try to let it go too far out of sight, off camera, it'll put it back to its original starting place and won't take. And this one, I actually, no, I lied. Preview. Okay, so for the most part, I like how they all go. I'm going to undo. Let's undo all of them, because I'm going to start paying attention. I undid one too many, and it took away the whole slide. So I'm going to put it back. And this is, you recall, I duplicated that slide. So now we're back to the original duplication. Got rid of all the movements that we just put on it by undoing. Okay. Make them go straight to the corners. And this one over there. This one over there. And over here, preview. Oh, okay. I'll just switch these because this was the second one that we made. This is from what I did previously. That was the YouTube video that I showed you. So let's show you again. Preview. Those are all the animations on that. I'm not doing animations right now, so oh, you know what I forgot to put on here? I want it to automatically change to the next slide once the animation is completed. So I want to do all of them, not just one. So I'm going to shift, highlighting 2, highlighting 3, highlighting 4. And then this means it'll change after this length of time, 0.01. I want it immediately. I don't want a pause with it. Okay. Let's see. I found something out, maybe. I lied. I didn't find anything out. Okay. Slideshow is from current slide. I hope that you can see it from the slideshow perspective. It's hard to tell because I'm giving you access to my whole computer screen. So I'm like literally doing this as you watch me. Yes, thanks, Captain Obvious. Okay. Duplicate this slide and let's have them, a couple of them. Let's move that one all the way, flying all the way into the corners. On top of this one. Looks good. Oh, I'm going to bring that. Maybe not. And we want this to fly over here. We're going to bring the smaller one to the front. Oh, this is fun. Kind of layered right over the lip. See, wanting to match up as I move it around, finding different angles to match. And let's go back. Where did he come from? Undo. This one can go in the middle now. Just because, look at the distance. From here, we can go here, and this is only going to show a little bit of morph right there. We'll go back to the original spot, or I can move the gray one in, look at all that distance of morphing, and plus this one will get all that distance of morphing. Let's see. Back to transition, and I'm just going to preview this slide. I think I like it, actually. That's really cool. Alright. We can duplicate that slide. So how morph works is that you have to do duplicates. You have to have the perfect duplicate of this picture for it to go into the next slide. It'll find this picture and it'll morph into it. It'll move over until it finds its natural resting spot. See? But I don't want that. I want to go back because I liked how it was. And that's where it was. And I can preview it again to make sure. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, because there we go. And like on this slide, you can see they're identical. I duplicated it. Okay. Now, how about if we just have everything go into like a formation? I'm gonna leave this guy. I want him to be in the exact middle. Right in the crosshairs. This one's harder to tell, but you want the crosshairs to be, oh, see, that line goes all the way through. So that's the exact middle on this axis, maybe? That's X or Y. Right in the middle, go, oh, there it is. Perfect center. Okay. And if I change that, watch what happens. Look, it got bigger as it moved. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Maybe even change the shape of all of them. See what that does. Okay, I'm going to highlight this one. Let's see what happens if I do shift, up arrow, and right. Up arrow and left. Just something to play with. Shift, holding the shift key, and sometimes you won't even realize what you're doing, and you'll be holding the shift key, and you'll be trying to do something else, and all of a sudden your image is like totally a different size than what you were expecting it to be. What have we done so far? Can you even tell that I'm making the images different sizes? Here, let's make them a noticeable difference. I don't really want them to be overlapping. Oh, see, look at off camera, on camera. Look at right there. You can only see that little bit that's on camera, so we're going to pull him back. It's not really as great of a circle anymore as what it was. Let's keep this one in the middle. I just want it to morph into a bigger shape. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's all just taking your time, going slow, finding... There. Okay, now... I like it. I don't like the formation, though. Oh, okay, so this is uniform. 3 each row. Right, and you can see that they are all centered. Okay, now it's just these two. There, all 3 of them are centered. All 3 of them are aligned on that left edge. And oh, now they're each identically. Oh. See it? I can't point it out to you at the same time. There. No. There you go. Let's make this one bigger so it's more pronounced. Cool. So nobody is overlapping. Let's check it. I like that way better. Alright, let's do another duplicate. Let's see. Let's look at some animations here. Oh, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to be recording a commercial that basically I'll play like about this time of the episode, just asking that if you're enjoying your time, please leave a donation on daniellescozycorner.com, find the fundraiser webpage, and please make a donation. Even better, oh yeah, let's look at the glitter pictures. Okay, let's start a new, because if you, I'll show you the pictures. If you would like any images, I have the glittery background. Let's do insert pictures and we'll just take a look from this device. Let's see, I guess, yep, okay. Glittery pictures are found here. Just make note of which ones that you want. And I think I'm going to make some hearts, inserting the glitter pictures. If it's one flat picture, if you're inserting it into an image that you drew in here, like the hearts we did, it's easier than if it's like an actual picture of something. Because then you have to worry about not being like this right here could cut off somebody's forehead or something. Maybe their hair right here would be lost and you would only see that part. Okay, so we colored these with the design, format background, it unhighlighted and went automatically to the background of white. So I want to highlight the image, and you can tell it's gray. And this one, I am not going to do that. I am going to do a picture fill. And this is the automatic from the stock. Insert that glitter. I think I like it. Let's highlight this. We're in design, format background, picture, and it'll pay attention to the pictures you've been inserting and repeat it. So if that happens and that's not the right one, just continue on. I feel like gold. Picture fill. I like that. That's really good for Valentine's Day, I think. Okay. Let's batch, image, picture fill. Oh, you can even do a pattern fill. Let's see what that happens. Okay, so it's still highlighted this image. I like the pink and white. Maybe that one. When you export this to video, sometimes if the patterns and images are having a hard time finding each other, like finding a common ground for the two of them to come together in, then the whole video feed just will not show. Which was like a huge issue, I believe, in last night's broadcast. Kinda like, we'll just go with this one. Gold. I do love gold. Yeah, let's do another pattern fill. That's unusual. Usually when I open this up, it's a blue and white automatic fill. Orange. Oh. I think that's the move. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see all the images. So these ones have been changed. These ones are still the solid fill. Do not want that. I'm gonna make it bigger. Let's do picture fill. See, glass red heart. What's this one? 2%. I like that a lot. I don't think this pattern really fits with the theme. I think that one's better. I'll show you what I meant about, let's find a picture. I'm gonna go out of this folder. And these are I can't recall. I know it's not JPG. I want to say it's like PNG. I'm not seeing it. Let's say we wanted to. Oh, this is the one we made yesterday. Let's insert a star. A star and a heart. I love it. Oh, wow. That's cool. Let me... Oh. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, so I have this image highlighted. I want to see if I can change the outside shape outline color. Go with the pink star. Alright. I'm going to change that white background to that is so cool. I'm glad I learned how to do that. I don't know if it's going to go with this exact project that I'm working on, but that's a cool little have in my back pocket. Let's see what happens if we change the shape from a heart. Shape format. Right here at the top, shape format, and then this clicking on that brings up this. Oh, look at it, shape outline again. Okay, you can find it in the home as well. Okay. See, as you do things and move around and explore, you'll come to know where to find things. Maybe it's a lightning bolt. No, you can't see any of the star. No lightning bolt. Shape format. It's doohickey. It's like the shape of a puzzle piece, but it doesn't work with this. I don't know, I think it might actually just have to be a heart. What if we do this as a star? Star. Oh, that's boring now. Change shape. Back to a heart. Excuse me. Oh, I think it's come to the time of our live video to fill in the pattern that we are working on, known as 600. Let's see here. This is what we've been filling in. This is 32 images layered on top of each other, and on each slide, I am picking the next image to fill in. We got to here. So what we did was we worked our way in. All of it went into the middle. Oops. And then coming back out, filling it in the other way. Okay. Make this big. Easily see the image. Move this down. If I scroll too far, I'll go to the next slide, so I just want to go back. Get this all comfortable for me so that I get into my groove. Here we go. And then this one. Okay. Oop. And we gotta get a background. So recent colors. This is the one we're working on. Oops. But I'm going down, not in. It's just easier for me to see like that. Yeah, if you wanted to get this pattern, wait, see, when you get used to going a certain direction, it's hard to get into the rhythm. And there's different ways that you can fill this out. Yikes. I feel like this is taking forever. Here we go, get into the rhythm. But, I mean, it's a good way to while away a whole day. When I was putting the original 600 pattern together, and I call it 600 because there's like 600 slides, so I need to duplicate this a couple times. It's easier to duplicate on the app. On my phone. There's like different colors that you can find on the app too, and if I were to go on and choose a couple different colors, they would show up in the recent colors. And you can have up to 10 recent. If you pick an 11th recent color, one of them is going to disappear on the... There we go. And yeah, so I'll pick up my app and I will do like 20 or 30 duplicates so that I can just not think about it for a while. Well, I hope you guys have learned a lot tonight anyways. We worked on some morph, and if there's any pictures that you see that you would like, I'll pull them up in a second so you can kind of, I'll go through. Okay. Oh, so you can export this once you create your slideshow. You can export, record, export. I like to save my video right onto the desktop. So I would put in the name. Where do I want to save that? And I would export it to my desktop just because it's easier for me to find later. So exit this. Right, so let's make this smaller so you can see what's actually going on. Here we'll go to the beginning. And now they're coming back out. Alligate. Here. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm going to insert pictures. I want to show you. So there's the glitter. Make note of the images that you would like. Because if I send you an image such as this, let me show you what happens. Insert. And then you can take this as something to use as a pattern. So you want to make a circle. Insert. Circle. And these are each teardrops, and I just made them. This is gradient filled. Insert shapes, teardrops, raindrops. It's a drop. And turn that so that it's facing the circle. And then just duplicate them and make sure that they all face so that it looks uniform. Okay, so there's, get rid of this. There's one picture option. And you don't have to make it look just like that. You can use your own colors. These are like flowers. A bunch of different daisies. I want to do like a daisy field and have them like popping up and down and stuff. Haven't done it yet, but I think that would be cool. And this guy is so much fun. He looks like some kind of monster from, like an eyeball from Monsters Incorporated. If any of you guys remember that. Okay, let me go through here slowly so that you can, if there's any that you would like to request, just let me know in the donation, in the message. You can specify the images. And more so up here. And then there's also the glitter pictures. I feel like Vanna White should be doing her pointing with her arms like Vanna White does. Alright, there we go. I don't know, I don't think we really have time to start any more scenes. I hope you got something out of this, gave you some ideas. or how you can make the best Valentine's present ever for your loved ones. And until we meet again, I bid thee adieu.